Social Security has a 5-step process that they use to decide whether people are disabled. Step 1 is to look at work, and the question is, are you currently working? And if so, what are your current earnings? In the present year, it's adjusted yearly. In the present year, $1,000 a month or more is a level that's disqualifying for benefits. You can be working part-time and earn less than $1,000 a month and still qualify. Step 2 of the agency's 5-step process is to look at whether you have what they call a severe impairment. And severe in their context doesn't mean what you and I might think of as severe, someone like Christopher Reeves who's paralyzed and ultimately died, but rather only means that you have a disability that in some way impacts your ability to work in some significant way. It can be an impairment of your hearing, it can be an impairment of your eyesight, it can be interference with your ability to use your hands, to walk, to think. It can be any one of a number of things, but that's the second step. They have to determine that you have some severe impairment. Step 3 of Social Security's assessment of disability is to compare your disability with what they call the listings. And the listings are nothing more than literally a huge list of conditions that Social Security finds are typically disabling, and they've reached the point where they've worked with those conditions so much that they presume you are disabled if you have a condition that actually meets the requirement of any of the listings. Step 4 of the agency's assessment of disability is to look at the question of whether you can return to what they call past relevant work. And that's really about your former work, but it is limited to certain jobs. The jobs have to have been within the last 15 years, and they have to have been at what Social Security calls the substantial gainful activity level, meaning it couldn't have been just a quick part-time job that you didn't really have a chance to earn much at. Step 5 of the Social Security 5-step process for determining disability is the final step and determines whether you can do what they call other work as opposed to past work. And by that they look to see if there's any job that you can do that exists anywhere in the national economy. If there's a full-time job that you can do, you're not considered eligible for benefits. You have to be sufficiently disabled that you can no longer do full-time work.